Hi everyone! We wrapped up the container garden series last week, but we told you we'd be back for more harvests, and here we are because the beans are ready to harvest. Always an exciting day when you get to see the fruits of your labors. So not only are we going to harvest some fresh organic beans, but I'm also going to show you how to plant and grow more beans so you have lots of beans to harvest for a couple of months. So let's check out the container and wait till you see how many beans are growing here. If you watch the container garden series, you know that I have my beans planted here, my purple CaliKim smart pots. This is a really great size to grow beans. It has about 3 square feet of growing space. And believe it or not, we planted these beans just about 6 weeks ago, and there are a ton of beans growing. Now, these are the Blue Lake bush beans from the container garden seed collections. And would you look at all of these beans? So even if you have just a few feet to grow vegetables, you can grow a ton of beans or vegetables in a small space. So let's go ahead and start harvesting these. Now, beans are super easy to harvest, but one thing that you want to make sure is that you don't pull the entire bean like that because you're going to damage the plant. So what you want to do is grab the bean in one hand and then grab the vine in the other and simply snap them right off, just like this. And you want to harvest beans just when the pods are starting to bulge. You don't want to wait too long to harvest the beans because then they'll get kind of stringy, and they're a lot tastier and more flavorful when they're just about this size. And this bean is probably about maybe 4 or 5 inches long. You can also use scissors if you want to come in and just snip them off. So you can see this bean is just a little bit smaller than the one we harvested, but it's still going to be nice and fresh and tasty. Beans are also a great vegetable to grow if you're growing with your family, if you're growing with kids. I know a lot of you are going to be homeschooling your kids this fall, so you can grab one of these CaliKim smart pots and give your kids their own little container, and they're going to have so much fun planting their own beans, harvesting their own beans. And the fun thing about beans is they go from seed to harvest in about 6 weeks. So your kids are going to have the immediate satisfaction of growing and harvesting their own food. And hopefully it will help them to eat more vegetables. And the great thing about beans is the more you pick, the more they'll grow. So once they start to produce, you want to come out and check your plants every single day. Because if the beans start getting too large, it sends a signal to the plant to stop producing. And then it'll just keep on growing the beans, and you can definitely save seeds from them. But if you want to pick them to eat, you want to pick them when they're nice and young and tender. So we're going to harvest all of these. And then the great thing is the beans will just keep on producing. There are just a ton of beans in here. The leaves are nice and big and green. Now the thing about beans is you don't want to let the soil dry out, especially when you're growing in a container. They need a lot of moisture. So just make sure you're checking your container every single day to make sure it's not getting too dry, especially in the hot weather. You do want to kind of pull back the plants here. There are just a ton of beans underneath here. Wow, it's just so much fun to harvest and see all of the vegetables that you can grow in just one small space here. Beans are also really easy to cook. You can either saute them in a pan with a little bit of water, add some salt and pepper, some fresh herbs. Thyme is really good with beans, sage is good with beans. Or you can boil them in a pot of water till they get bright green and just fork tender. Add some salt and pepper. Camera guy, I know you really like to grill, and we love to just chop these up and throw them on the grill with our other vegetables.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun experimenting, grilling with the things that we grow in the backyard.
Now what you want to do though before you cook them is just snap the ends off. You can throw these in the compost pile. And I like to even just snip them up with my scissors to make them more, of an edible size, like that. Makes really quick work of it. When I was a kid, we grew rows and rows of beans, and it wasn't my favorite job, but my mom put me on snapping the beans, and then she froze a ton of them too. You can actually just pop them in a freezer bag just like that as well. And one reason why it's grown so beautifully is because it's growing in this Smart Pots container. The fabric is breathable, so your plant's roots get more oxygen, and more oxygen means they're going to grow better, have more of a healthy root mass, and you're going to grow more vegetables that way.
Yeah, these definitely look healthy.
They're very healthy.
The color is incredible.
You can see there's some here that have a little bit of spotting, especially like this one here. That's a sign of spider mites. I have been spraying my plant down with neem oil. If you have some damaged leaves, you just go in there and prune them off.
There's some more beans.
Oh my gosh, there's so many beans in here. I can't believe it. We got a really nice harvest of beans out of this small little container. There's probably just about 10 plants in here, and look at our beautiful harvest. Well, like I said, the great thing about beans is that you can keep on planting them. In fact, you can plant beans all summer long. So let me just show you how you can grow more beans this summer. At this point in the summer, it's always a great idea to plant some brand new vegetables so that when some of your crops have kind of run their course, you have some brand new fresh vegetables to take their place. So you're harvesting in the late summer and into the fall. And beans are one of those vegetables that grows so fast. Seed to harvest in about 6 weeks. So let's get some more seeds planted. Now, as I mentioned, this is a great crop to plant with kids. And I have a kids garden seed collection especially designed quick growing, colorful vegetables to plant with your kids. And we're going to get some of the Royal Burgundy bush beans, which are a beautiful purple bean. So beautiful. They're purple on the vine and turn green when you cook them, and they're just so, so pretty. So we're going to plant them here in the CaliKim 5-gallon Smart Pots. Perfect size for growing beans. And beans are one of the easiest vegetables you can plant with your kids. So it's a great way to teach them about growing their own food. So I've already got my pot here filled with pre-moistened good dirt soil, and beans do like a lot of moisture, and I like using good dirt soil because it does retain the moisture very well. So I pre-moistened it, wet it down before I put it in the container. Got my drip irrigation hose in here, and I'm just going to pop in the bean seeds. All you have to do is just push them in with your finger, maybe a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch deep. I'm putting them right by the drip emitters so they get plenty of moisture. And beans love the warm weather. Right now it's in the 80s here in California. They'll probably sprout within a couple of days. So keep an eye on my Instagram because I'll show a picture of them sprouting. And I want to challenge you to grab your kids, plant some beans with them, enjoy it, have a great family time together, and just enjoy being outdoors in the beautiful summer weather. So about 2 minutes and we've got our beans planted, even less than that. I'm going to press them down here in the soil. And I am going to plant a different variety. This is from my bean seed collection, 5 varieties of beans, 2 varieties of climbing pole beans, and 3 varieties of bush beans. These are the Slenderette bush beans, a little bit smaller of a plant. Just going to pop them in the soil in exactly the same way. So, so easy to plant and to grow, and believe me, in 6 weeks, you are going to be so glad that you planted some extra seeds. So your assignment for this week is to get out there, plant some more seeds, whether it be beans, whether it be squash, whether it be cucumbers. Those are all quick growing vegetables that you are going to be enjoying in the late summer and into the fall. So we're going to just give our brand new little bean seeds a quick little sprinkle of water. You do want to keep them nice and moist. And let me know in the comments below if you're planting a new crop of beans. We are really looking forward to eating these. And also let me know if you have any new ideas for cooking them. A few of my friends pickle their beans as well, so let me know if you have a good recipe for that. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on the next video.